And welcome back to the final match of the RMUL 2021 Championship. I'm Preston Kuna. I'm joined again by Raj from Texas A&M with that goat of a century, the MVP from the semifinals, joining us temporarily as we get into this Virginia Tech, University of Washington final match. I'm so excited. Raj, as the number 3 team now locked in, no more stress about the competition. I know not the way y'all wanted to go out, but what are you most excited for about watching these two teams clash?
Oh, I'm just really excited to see the two standards really battle it out. I mean, both teams have amazing standards, really. They fire so fast. I really want to see them duel it out, and really also seeing the heroes really start dueling it out too. I mean, I think it's just going to be a battle to the end, honestly.
I agree with you 100%. Both of these teams throughout the weekend, we've seen formidable performances, but as you've said, the most of that damage, that DPS, the team effectiveness has come from the standard on both UW and Virginia Tech. So 10 out of 10, very excited to see these two standards clash in the middle of the field, duking it out for that power buff, see who's able to deal more damage to those sentry. And again, our biggest hopes that both of these teams have all of their robots online. Guys, as a reminder back home, this will be a best of 5. That means you need to win at least 3 matches to take the victory. All right, we've got our Virginia Tech and our University of Washington teams lining up here at the field, getting ready. We have a few minutes left before this final match kicks off. If you know anyone that should be watching that isn't in our Twitch stream right now, go ahead and shoot them a text, hit them up, let them know that it's starting. This is the final match, the final streaming event really for VT versus UW. After this match, we will grab a team member from Virginia Tech, our last of the 3 finalists, to interview and discuss their team with them. All right, and then also, in addition to our Twitch chat viewers, to our Chinese viewers, we love you guys. Be safe. There we go. That's my attempt at Chinese. I don't know much Chinese. I'm trying. I'll get there. I've got another year till hopefully we're back in China for the RMUC competition. So, Raj, as you said, very excited for the standards. As a Sentry team lead, I know that the Sentries are completely autonomous, but when you watch the matches, what are you looking for in the robot?
Is the consistency of the tracking, right? And your bullet drop model. So that's really one thing that we honestly just worked on pretty recently, because your accuracy really depends on your model that you're sending to your embedded and your electronics from CV. So CV telling each depth, and then precisely aiming it. You have to take into account projectile motion and everything like that, because it's doing it on its own, right? You can't change it mid-match or anything like that.
That's right. Yeah, and it's so hard. One of the things I know our team honestly got nailed down really here close to the end is that predictive firing. So as the robots are moving, your sentry needs to fire in front of where the robot is. That way it hits where the robot will be when the projectiles get there. And that's such a challenging thing because the robot isn't always moving. So as a mechanical engineer, I said, just put a fixed gap. Just shoot 6 inches in front of the target. But then if the robot stops, you're going to be 6 inches off the whole time. So really a big challenge from Sentry. Any advice or something you can explain nice and simply for us of how you guys were able to overcome that issue?
So it's really just CV working on their tracking, getting that bounding box just really precise. And then what we did is for our bullet, drop, we measured at certain points where it's shooting, since the sentry is at a set height. So we just take in certain increments, like half a meter increments, to tell where it's hitting. And then I'm not too familiar with all the CV tracking. That's kind of black magic to me in a way. I'm more hardware, but
Hey, chat's blowing up from Texas A&M. Zemo Ding, the man, the myth, the legend, the founder of Texas A&M RoboMasters, which is now the organization hosting this entire RMUL event here at Texas A&M. Big shout out to Zemo Ding. He started an incredible thing here. William as well in the chat. We love you guys. We're so glad to see you're still here and involved. We're getting ready for this final match of RMUL between the University of Washington and Virginia Tech. Guys, they're putting those robots on the field. Championship round between the University of Washington and Virginia Tech. This is Preston Kuna and Angel joining you for the final round of our competition. Here we go,
Let's get
folks.
some hype, everyone. Woo!
All right, Chad, let us know who you think's going to win. You've seen these teams. You've seen them be extremely dominant. This is going to be a very close match. Who do you want to win, the Huskies or the Hokies? It's been the question of the weekend. Who will claim this final victory in this best of 5?
We have our referee system loading up here, doing its self-check, and just in a few seconds, we will be on our way to the game start here.
All right, Angel, we're ready for the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Game start. Here we go. We've got the University of Washington in red, Virginia Tech in blue.
Virginia Tech doing its signature strategy here, controlling that central buff. Such a pivotal position to keep on.
University of Washington and Virginia Tech with a very similar strategy, letting their standards duke it out in the middle, exactly what we wanted to see. Woo. Both of their standards trading. Virginia Tech really pushing the University of Washington back. That is an incredible display of power coming out of both standards. Wow.
Wow, we have seen both these standards dominate their previous competition, so seeing them being able to confront like this is absolutely insane here.
Virginia Tech standard actually going 2v1 there, making the hero and the standard back off from the University of Washington. Great job from Virginia Tech. University of Washington firing back with hero
that
shots.
Standard is gone.
Virginia Tech goes 2v1 with their standard and takes out the hero, absolutely dominating in that fight.
Oh my goodness gracious, they are battling head-to-head right here. That standard with the sign of VT is only a half HP right now, but it was able to still pick up that amazing kill. Right now they are trying to both refill for ammunition here, so there's a brief ceasefire as they both go back to their repair zone.
Watching these robots both repair their health and get more ammunition as they're preparing to get back into this heavy match. Virginia Tech firing some absolute lobs with the golf balls from across the map.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely incredible.
They're trying to snipe him from all the way across the repair zones. That's insane.
Those golf balls pack a punch. Remember that early in the game, those golf balls are going to do almost the entire health of both robots.
Here comes University of Washington here, trying to control the middle. Their hero looking for some kills here.
Virginia Tech skirmishing 1v2 again with their standard. They're able to get another kill onto the hero of UW. Virginia Tech is looking very dominant in this first round. Their standard gets a double kill.
That is a double kill for the side of Virginia Tech. Both the hero, both the standard
Look at those
are
Hokies
down.
go, taking the Huskies out of this first round.
But University of Washington is up now. Both their robots are up and revived.
For the win conditions, obviously Virginia Tech up here in total damage dealt, but sentries have not been the focus of these early skirmishes, so the sentry health should be tied up between both teams still. Some ramming happening. We'll have to see if yellow cards come across.
And we get to see that excellent sentry coming out from VT, which eventually knocks out the UW hero here. Standard's trading some shots now from the repair zone in the central part of the map. As Preston said, we need to see some damage onto these sentry turrets if UW does want to take back this victory.
This first round in this best of 5 looking like it's going the way of VT, but we're only halfway into the match. This is an action-packed round, and it's still anyone's game.
It looks like the side of UW is going back to that repair zone to refill on some ammunition here in the meantime. But the hero is looking to get some extra damage here as it's controlling that central portion of the map.
Virginia Tech's hero is down. Their standard is trying to refill its health. Some early skirmishing, a bit of a pause here as both teams do a bit of a reset, needing to heal up, go back to those zones. Remember that controlling the middle gets you a blood bag or a health pack that you can activate for health regen if you make it back.
Oh, wow, look at that trading. The hero on the side of UW does fall here, but the standard is still alive. It is trading tons of shots here. That standard on the side of VT is so low here with only 25 HP as we get to see this first-person perspective here.
A very fair trade in this engagement. Both of the teams losing one. It's a one-for-one trade in the middle fight, and these standards now going head-to-head just as we've predicted.
Oh, wow, both standards are so low here. It is anyone's match here.
Wow, you can see in that HUDs-up display, all in good fun. They've called their
like
spin
the
to win
heroes
go
are
chassis
combining.
Beyblade.
Ooh, looks like there's a little bit of a ramming there. But now the red hero is back online and is looking to start firing.
Blue 3 has incurred a yellow card, I believe, for that ram in the middle. They're very low on health, and I believe will get knocked out right there in the middle. Great job from the University of Washington to bring that game back and get some more kills. It's still been an early skirmish-focused round.
Oh, it looks like the UW hero is trying to fire, but I'm not sure if it actually has any ammunition left to fire
Virginia
with.
Tech Sentry is unloading at the UW robots as they get closer to the base. Great moves from the University of Washington, however, as they need to get some sentry damage down to take this dub. The sentry is down for Virginia Tech. Excellent play from the University of Washington.
But it looks like the hero is down to the side of UW here as Virginia Tech looks to try to eliminate that sentry with its standard.
This is going to be such a close game with 18 seconds left. Virginia Tech has to take down that UW sentry if they want this to go their way. With 9 seconds left, the University of Washington's focus on the sentry looks like that is going to be what gets them this win.
With 3 seconds left on the clock here, it is confirmed that University of Washington takes the game.
Absolutely incredible. University of Washington, great game from both of our teams competing for the RMUL trophy. Wow.
I am absolutely shocked at that match, Preston. That was absolutely insane. Did the hero there at the end actually kill the sentry? Is that what happened?
The sentry for VT did fall there at the end in that skirmish. Absolutely incredible from the University of Washington. Great focus. This is the wonderful trophy that these teams are competing for. The beautiful mechanical glove of RoboMaster, so iconic across the world as that first place championship trophy. And really, both of these teams have been working for years for this very moment. Virginia Tech really controlling most of the match, their standard looking dominant and being able to 1v2 the other team's robots, but the University of Washington's strategy bringing them that win by taking damage onto the sentry. Remember, it's the sentry health that is that middle tier win condition. The first win condition we go to is base health. That middle tier is sentry health if the bases are tied, and then only if your sentries are tied does the damage done to robots decide the outcome of the match.
Indeed, that is an excellent job by the side of UW to be able to recognize their win condition, even if they are getting 1v2'd at that point. I would like to say that I really appreciated how awesome that hero was on the side of University of Washington, able to come out here and land some really nice shots. I think that double kill at the later stages of the game really swung it back into their favor.
That's right, yeah. So going into this next round, remember this is a best of 5. You've got to get 3 wins to take the dub here. Go ahead and predict in chat. Who do you think is going to win? UW, VT. Looks like the prediction result for that first round obviously goes to the University of Washington.
Yeah, use up all those channel points. This is the finals, everyone. We're at the first round of the best of 5 here. Use up those channel points. Predict who you think is going to win. In the meantime, our referees are going to be cleaning up the rest of the 3v3 arena
Let's take a quick look at these stats. So it looks like Virginia Tech was able to do about half of the health of that sentry there in the last 30 seconds when they were attacking it. If they had transitioned earlier, who knows the way that it could have gone. We do see that they did 4 times as much damage overall to robots. But again, that's not going to be what wins them the game if they can't keep that sentry health the same. Both of the teams tied on base health. Virginia Tech has got to stay focused on those win conditions. They did have the more dominant robot performance, but they were unable to clutch that first W.
That is right, Preston. Virginia Tech, if they want to win this next round, they really need to transition after getting those first kills to start lobbing at that sentry turret of the side of UW. We have seen their standard be able to do lots of damage and actually did half of its HP last round, but maybe if they're able to get their hero in there, and that might make some quick work of that sentry turret, because we saw how fast their sentry turret did fall to University of Washington's hero. So that will be really interesting to see after these initial
Super happy
combats.
that all of the robots on both teams were working just fine. No problems on either side. We've got tons of channel points coming in from the prediction. Over 25,000 points from both sides. Pretty evenly distributed, about 33% to 70%. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Absolutely
17,000.
love
Oh my
these
goodness.
matches. We've been super grateful throughout the competition for Texas A&M for hosting, for our staff, our volunteers, all of that culminating in this final match. The referee system has been working great here for this final match. Hopefully it stays online and we'll be able to dive straight back in to match 2 of the final round for our game.
Indeed, Preston, indeed. We have all these engineers coming out here for both sides of the team, setting up and modifying their robots and making sure everything is working A-OK. We have a shout out in chat from Redrick. Go Derek and Noah, he says.
Derek!
And
There we go. All right, guys.
Yeah, it looks like they're fixing up their sentries. I think looking to... Actually, they have some balls stuck in some of the robots. That's pretty funny, but...
All right, Angel, you've seen round 1. Who do you think will win the next round?
Oh, that's such a hard decision. We have the dominating robot fight that VT has produced, but whether they or not they can produce enough structure damage is a question that is still on my mind. But for the side of University of Washington, they do they're not as good versus VT in that kind of combatant fight against their standard, but they did show how amazing they are at taking down structures. So if University of Washington gets that opportunity to take down that sentry, I think they will be able to take the cake here.
I agree with you. I think Virginia Tech really dominated for the first 3 or 4 minutes of that 5-minute match and just did not have the strategy in place to take the win. Seems like an easy thing to change here, to just shift a little bit of that focus to the sentry, focus a little bit less on getting those kills. The kills don't really matter as long as you're not dying. We've got a big old shout to our man Sig. I've heard his name a lot during this competition. Obviously does a lot for his team and really holds the group together.
Yeah, shout out to Sig wherever you are. Chat's
Another
loving
shout out
you.
to Sig. So many.
3 shout
Sig,
outs to
you're
Sig.
well loved,
Oh my
bud.
goodness.
All right, both of the teams, that early 2-minute preparation time over and ending a slight technical pause. It seems like Virginia Tech and University of Washington both still have pit crew members on the field. I believe they're calling for a technical timeout. Reminder that this is the last match, so all of those timeouts will most likely get used during this group of fights.
That is true, Preston. I believe each team is allowed 5 total technical pauses for the entire competition. So you better bet that these teams have saved up their technical pauses for this last final round here, just to make sure that everything goes right into their favor here.
Angel, have you held the trophy yet?
I have not held the trophy
Oh
yet,
my
Preston.
goodness, it is a quality thing. Feel the weight of
Oh
that.
my goodness.
I know.
This is
for those of you at home, this is not a little plastic thing that you got as a participation trophy for playing T-ball. This is a solid metal, very nice.
Look at this,
mechanical RoboMaster glove, clutching that RM. I know competing in China, I've always wanted to be one of those teams hoisting the full-size version above our heads. We're in the smaller version competition. We've got the smaller version trophy, but impressive nonetheless. We've got some shout-outs to VT, shout-outs to Amelia, who we met earlier, they're all working so hard on VT and really put on a great show for us there. So, oh my goodness.
Wow. That's a
So
lot
many
of names.
shout-outs. Everyone, you're doing great.
It seems that chat really here is coming out here to support all of their amazing people that they know and love here on both sides, for UW and for VT here.
Yeah, and one final shout out from us. You guys hit that follow button, hit the notifications button. Those flags are waving from both referee sides, indicating that they should be ready to fire up that initialization of the ref system and send us into round 2. Make sure you smash follow in the notifications. I know this is our last match of the day, but we will be coming back for those RMUC finals, and you need to know when we go live.
That is exactly right, Preston. We will be back with those at a later date and undisclosed time. But in the meantime, we have this 30-second countdown given to us before the start of the second round.
Let's go Hokies. Let's go Huskies.
Hokies and Huskies face off in the finals of the RMUL.
Our last 20 seconds. Here we go. People in the chat. We got some love in the chat for Matthew, for Derek, for Noah, for Sig, Amelia, Kaylin, Matthew, Derek, Austin, Isaac, Alex, Noah, and everyone else for UW who got left out.
All right, with 10 seconds left on the counter here, I believe we're going to have the countdown soon, or at least the loading screen, and then we will jump right into it, Preston. I'm super excited and hyped.
I'm also very excited. Oh, man, that middle matchup is exactly what I've been wondering for the entire competition. Head-to-head, I wanted to know whose standard would win, Virginia Tech or University of Washington. The answer, it's Virginia Tech. What an impressive standard. We've seen it all weekend. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Game start. Here we go. Both of the. Oh my gosh! The standard of Virginia Tech gets to the other side of the base so quickly, taking control of that middle center buff.
Look at that
Reminder
excellent
that buff
spin
doesn't
to
actually
win
help him
tactic.
until he returns back to the base.
It looks like University of Washington here playing a little bit defensive, utilizing that that backdrop there to protect themselves, but they do concede control of the middle ground here.
University of Washington definitely playing more passively than they did last game, understanding that if they give up those early kills, Virginia Tech will have a chance to deal that early sentry damage that's so vital in taking these games.
That mobility of that standard 3 on the side of Virginia Tech is so fast. It was actually able to dodge these golf ball projectiles from the UW hero
wow,
here.
What a cool first-person view there. You saw the golf ball fly right past
Ooh,
your face.
a direct hit though. VT's hero is offline.
Great job from the University of Washington. Such a change-up from that first match where they
VT
lost.
standard is down as well. That is a double kill for the side of University of Washington. How will they convert this to get some structure damage perhaps? Oh my goodness gracious.
The University of Washington's hero chased down that VT hero, let him revive, and then took him out with a single shot.
Wow, that is 4 kills total over to the side of University of Washington here. Let's see if they can convert some into this structure damage onto that sentry and maybe get some of, and see how they will confront that challenge.
Oh, Matt, this is exactly what we wanted to see from the University of Washington with this early skirmishing being their weakness in round 1. It's going so well for them here in round 2 as you see these two standards going again. And the University of Washington winning another 1v1. Once you get that early kill, you get in those levels, and now they have free reign to take shots at this Virginia Tech sentry.
It looks like the UW hero was actually shooting at the base there, trying to knock off the initial large shield, but it looks like it has run out of ammo and needs to go back to the repair. But in the meantime, that standard is firing volley after volley on that sentry turret, which does not seem to be moving or shooting right now. That is going to be a big disadvantage here for the side of Virginia Tech.
There's a yellow card incurred by one of the robots that we were in the cockpit. That reminder, that's what the yellow cards do. They blind the pilot so they can't do anything, and they disable their gun for a second so they cannot fire more projectiles. That was a big time of split map pressure from both teams, each team allowing the other to free fire at their sentry and just having, honestly, an accuracy competition for who could do more damage to the sentry.
Oh my goodness, as soon as the standard from VT responds here, it is being knocked down and shot by that sentry turret. It just manages to get out, but immediately is taken down. Those death timers are really racking up here, Preston.
And that is the threat for going with this split map route. If you die next to the base of your opponent, they can just spawn kill you over and over and over, getting your death timers very, very large.
Indeed, that is true, Preston, here, as we have the standard from UW taking out that sentry turret. It is less than half health, a third of its HP right now. Oh my goodness gracious, there's a lot of shots coming out here towards the commentator's desk, let me tell you. But it looks like the hero's trying to find shots into UW sentry here.
Virginia Tech lobbing some golf balls in our general direction, scaring that sentry or that standard off from the University of Washington. Great defense from that VT hero.
That VT hero seems to want to come back with a vengeance here and is defending with its heart to try to defend the sentry and make sure it does not fall.
VT heroes 1v1 in the middle of the map.
Oh, but here comes the flank here as it becomes a nasty 2v1 pincer attack as the hero from the side of VT is forced to retreat briefly. It tries to get to that repair zone and possibly defend itself from there, but that hero is relentlessly chasing it down. A kill is actually... Oh my goodness, the sentry is taken down.
VT, but VT is barely surviving in the buff. The standard from University of Washington able to deal enough damage that it can even chew through that buff zone.
That is a double kill over to the side of University of Washington here. That sentry has fallen and that base has taken at least 100 damage right now. And the shields are off. Unless VT can revive and somehow deal with that sentry and get some base damage in, this looks like it's going to be a University of Washington win. And you can see
University of Washington
here,
taking lots of shots of this base. We're in the cockpit of the hero, watching how difficult it is to line up these golf ball shots. You can see, even with one of these super impressive robots from the University of Washington, most of these shots falling way short of the armor plates of the base.
it looks like the
now in the cockpit of Virginia
standard
Tech,
has
taking some
fallen.
shots of the sentry of the University of Washington.
Let's see if he can line it up here as we have this first-person perspective here, trying to line up the shots onto the sentry or the base here.
He's hiding behind the base and he's not targeted by the sentry. It's a tactic we saw earlier in a match against Texas A&M.
Wow.
That's
what
another
a
red
toss-up.
victory. There we go. Again, yeah, big shout out to CU and the Flying Buffs for really identifying and demonstrating that behind the base sentry attack strat. We love our first year teams, and the fact that they have demonstrated one of those strategy now applied in the final match says volumes about the time and effort they put into these rounds.
Indeed, yeah. The Flying Buffs utilized that strategy so well for, I believe it was one of our turrets, our sentry turret, that was not able to target behind them, but being able to utilize that here, actually hiding behind the base so that the targeting system, the automated targeting system, wouldn't be able to see them is absolutely brilliant, honestly.
That's right. All right. University of Washington making that second round much, much more dominant. Winning those early skirmishes and still applying early base pressure means that they took a much easier dub than in the first round.
Indeed, yeah. It is now 2-0 towards the side of University of Washington here, as we can see the stat screen pulling up now.
Reminder, this is a best of 5, so this will be the match point for the University of Washington. Virginia Tech must win this next round if they want to continue to the 4th game in this final match.
That is right, Preston. VT needs to formulate some type of new strategy here in order to confront this challenge that University of Washington has laid out.
You can see that similar to our last game, VT only dealt about 200 damage to the other team's sentry. However, in this game, it is UW that also has the most total damage, a stark opposition to our first match results, our first round results.
That is right, Chad. Even though Virginia Tech has done more damage overall to the robots, that does not mean much because that is the third win condition. The middle tier win condition is being able to deal that sentry damage, and that first win condition is being able to have that base health dropped lower than your own.
That's right. So, reminder, this is best of 5. Yes, chat, that does mean 3 out of 5 to win. So if Virginia Tech is going to take this, they need to reverse sweep University of Washington.
That is quite a hefty task, Preston. A reverse sweep. I don't think we have even seen that here, even in the best of 3s. But, you know, if there's any team that could do it, it's probably Virginia Tech.
They did have a very, very strong early match. Hey, we've got some people in chat that think they've got the strat to win. They said, use your hero to hit the base directly and you will win. That's a great strat. It's totally valid. There is a shield on top of that base if you haven't taken the sentry down, but it is a valid strategy to try to chew through that early shield and get directly to that base damage to get the dub.
Indeed, I think, you know, the standard employed that strategy at the very end there, but I wonder if the hero will try the same thing and hide behind that base because the standard on the side of VT is so good at skirmishing. It is undeniably one of the best skirmishers that we have seen in this entire competition and is able to pick up kills on its own. I wonder if the hero, maybe on the side of VT, can focus more on structure damage, if they might be able to turn this around.
All right, both of the teams have cleared the field. Again, super happy to see both of these teams fielding all of their robots and not seeming to have large technical issues. Hopefully, we'll be able to make it into this final third round. Or sorry, this next third round might not be final. VT is trying their best to make sure that it's not.
Yeah, we saw that sentry on the side of VT having some problems earlier in the second match. I don't know whether it was out of ammo or something like that, but it was not moving and it was not shooting when it was being targeted. So hopefully they're able to fix that up, and hopefully that standard on their team will, as chat pointed out, perform a little better here and skirmish a little bit harder.
Yeah, William, we agree with you here. We definitely want to see VT make a comeback, at least for the next 2 rounds. I'll be impartial in round 5, but I want to get to a round 5, and that means for round 3 and round 4, I'm a Hokie all the way home.
Indeed, Hokie fans for life here, as we are trying so hard to get a really cool matchup here. We want to see VT take this next round. We got to be a little biased. We want to see more games as commentators.
There we go.
Here we go.
UW number 3 and number 1 are super. Yeah, those piloted robots from the University of Washington are very, very good. Both of the robots here, excellent in the skirmishing, really putting on a show, showing us just what's possible and what these robots are capable of and what a full-fledged RMUL match can look like.
Indeed, that's very true, and I'm so excited for the future and possibly next year when we get to see all these teams coming back and to see how cool these robots are going to be.
31,000 channel points being voted in the prediction chat. If you won that first round and you got your winnings, throw them all in this one. Go all in every round until the finals. See how many channel points you can end up with.
Chat, 31,000 versus like around 1,000? Come on, you guys got to put some more faith in VT here. They've shown up. Send your energy to VT here in this third matchup, guys. Come on.
That's right. All right, our favorite ref, Billy, again with another update. We really appreciate that, man. He's been keeping us up to date in the Twitch chat throughout the weekend. He says an official technical timeout has been called due to an issue with the arena wall. So I believe that is a timeout called by the staff and not actually by one of the teams, although I do see Virginia Tech throwing up the timeout signal from the sidelines, most likely their captain, as our wonderful staff members run around the arena, making sure these walls are safe for all of our viewers here in person.
Wow, yes, we've also had some extra upgrades to the 3-3 arena since yesterday to allow more protection for our audience and referees and viewing members.
All right, well, at least this gives us a bit of a second. This is so much hype. This is so much excitement. Oh, we can bring it down for a second. We've had 2 matches in. We have up to 3 rounds left for this final in the RMUL Championship. And I just want to give a big old shout out to all of the teams that have come and performed here. There's so many of them. I'm not going to try and list them all. I don't want to forget anybody. But guys, thank you so much. Thank you for the support. Thank you to all the teammates that are here in chat. I know each of your teams only got to send 6, 7, 8 people to compete in person, and your teams are 10 times that size back at your university for most schools. And so we really appreciate all of the effort y'all have put in, the work that we haven't got to see, the behind-the-scenes support that y'all have been giving and putting in, especially during COVID, working over Discord, working over Zoom, finding ways to make it work, really embodying that engineering tenacity and reliability that our teams work so hard to make their robots resemble as well.
It has been such an awesome time being able to see just a fraction of all the university's different members of the RoboMasters community, and we look forward in the future to maybe possibly meeting you guys as well. But we have a massive upcoming here as all the referees are coming into the pit to try to sweep out all these balls here, as the teams are able to their engineers, are able to come in and have a last-minute inspection on these robots.
Awesome, awesome. We're getting word that the field has been restored. Now the staff is back, sweeping up all of the rounds from that last match, and there are plenty to sweep. Great job to all the NA teams. I couldn't find a better way to say it myself, Zozia. That is exactly the sentiment that we feel here at the RMUL Championships. Excellent job from our experienced teams. These robots are functioning beautifully. Excellent job from our first-year teams. Y'all did great. Excellent in the 1v1, the 3v3s, really just showing us how much fun you can have as a first-year team in this smaller format when it's so tough to jump into that full 7v7 situation.
That's why we're so happy to host this RMUL competition, just because it is like the first break point, the first checkpoint to eventually participating in those very large 7v7 competitions that you get to see in China. And, we're happy to have everyone gathered here during this weekend and during this competition where we can exchange ideas, talk, have a good time, and spread our love for RoboMasters in general.
All right, chat. As you saw posted by our official RoboMaster NA account, we will be taking a 10-minute break to get the field all the way cleaned up, let all of these robots be tuned and ready. We've got a bunch of laptops on the field. I bet some CV code being updated here as we're getting ready for the ultimate fight of the RMUL tournament.
That's right, Preston. We will have a short 10-minute delay here as all the teams take a well-deserved break here and try to fix up their robots as best as they can here. In the meantime, Preston, you possibly want to try to get an interview or something like that?
Oh, sure, chat. Chat, can you see the teams working on the robots? You know what, if I say that enough times, our better production team will oblige y'all. Can we switch over to the camera view? Jared, the main man, the king of the screens. Can you switch over? Yeah, that view you've got is great. Just send that on over.
Send it on over.
The viewers at home want to see what this 10-minute break looks like. There it is.
Look at these guys filling up their robots, making sure they work all good. Awesome stuff here. And look how, honestly, look how amazing these robots are. Like, all of the time and dedication that they put into them. I love the design that that they've been putting into them. I love, like, the black and yellow kind of aesthetic that Virginia Tech is going over here. And I know that they have a little cool baseball cap as well on their hero. Very nice stuff.
A little shout out from Friendly Fire to our boy Jared. I'm going to echo that really loudly. We love Jared so much. He's done a great job for us. He is the main man heading up this stream, really putting it all on. He's got 10 or 12 computer monitors spread out all around him that he's having to check and keep track of. So shout out to him and his whole team. They've done an excellent job, guys. Thank you to so many people that have been working. Yibo, who is a Virginia Tech alum, who has been one of the people heading up this entire RMUL scenario. Just more names than I have time to go through, but please know at home, in China, everywhere, wherever you may be tuning in from, that there are people here that have worked for months and years to get this competition going. Thank you ultimately to DJI for allowing us to hold this competition here, for having an NA competition, for putting enough faith and hope in the NA region and believing that our engineering schools would pick it up, and they sure have. We have doubled the number of teams from last year to this year, and now we're ready to see where that can go in the future. We've got some more shout outs to Derek, some more people in chat thanking Jared and the rest of the staff for making this excellent event. You can see in these shots of the robot repairs just all those people invest running around the arena. Those are all volunteers, unpaid college students who are taking time off from work, from school, from internships to be here and to put on this excellent event from you guys.
That's right, Preston. There are so many unsung heroes. We have so many call-outs and shout-outs to all these amazing people on these teams, but there's so many people who have gone unthanked here at this competition. The entire tens of people we have on this technical team, the tens of different referees, inspectors, operators, and everyone else. And yes, even you guys, chat, from China and from North America, thank you guys so much. And we also want to thank Speed for gifting this one Tier 3 sub to the RoboMasters NA community. Thank you so much, Speed.
And another shout out to Speed for gifting a sub. Very generous. Guys, if you happen to be a student, and I know a lot of you guys are from your teams back home, and you've got that Amazon Student Prime, do us a favor, hit the subscribe button and send us your free Amazon Prime subscription. It will help fund your own team. The funds that we receive here in the stream will be redistributed amongst the teams, or to help this event run, paying for the field, the food for the staff, etc., getting this event up and off the ground. Throw that sub in. If you've got Amazon Prime, it won't cost you a dime.
Yeah, Chad, we really want to see how awesome this competition is and how it will end. And most importantly, we want to see a following second RMUL NA season, and we hope we can really make that happen. And your donations and contributions, and even you guys just being here watching, means the absolute world to us.
Very, very true. All right, you can continue to see all of the work being done on the field. Remember that Sentry is completely autonomous, and so you'll see these laptops be bust out. If you need to change something on that Sentry, you're going to have to flash new code onto your robot during the break, which is scary. If you've ever been or had any coding experience, you know making a change and then updating it without getting to do adequate testing and moving straight to production is a very frightening thing.
Zozia, thank you so much for subscribing with Twitch Prime, with your Amazon Prime. Thank you so much for that.
Nitrogen05, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub as well. Guys, this is awesome. Thank you guys so much. Hearts out to everyone.
Woo!
Hey,
so
Michelin, thank you for your Twitch Prime sub. We really appreciate it. Thank you guys for helping in every way that you can to help this competition be hosted. And shout out to our cameraman getting these in-person angles of the Virginia Tech Hokies as they try and get this Sentry firing to do a little bit more of the base defense that they so desperately need to do this reverse sweep.
Tracer Wave Dragon asks, does this mean the RoboMasters in China is a go this year? We do, and we are actually going to be commentating the RMUC in China this year.
Wow! Hey, thank you, RightX66 for joining the hype train and giving us your Twitch Prime sub as well. Excellent, excellent. We sure love it. Help us reach level 3 to get to the next level.
We are halfway on this Twitch hype train here with 52%. And hopefully we can keep it climbing as we have this little break here. We appreciate you guys so much, and we appreciate the technical crew for coming out here. Really, all of this camera work is done by hand, and they are so awesome for coming out here. There is like literally tens of people here, not only just the participants, but people working around the clock to make sure that we are able to bring you guys the most epic
Friendly
RoboMasters.
Fire subbing at tier 1, not even with Prime. We really appreciate it. Shout out to you. Thank you, Tim17, for those bits. We appreciate it. The teams appreciate it. You've heard all of these interviews talk about how much they need the funding to help. Hey, we reached our goal. Thanks for the Twitch Prime sub from Blue Garlic. Thanks for the sub from Transwave Dragon. Oh my gosh, guys, this is so generous. We really appreciate it. We're going to have to throw a name on our shirts next year that says chat as one of our official sponsors of the RMUL 2022 competition.
Twitch chat has sponsored us, and we feel absolutely honored here. And we cannot wait to give you this awesome next round of RoboMasters in the finals.
We're on level 4 of that hype train now. Absolutely insane. Yibo, get in here, buddy. Hop on in the back real quick. Jared's going to swap on over. We'll get right back to the robots being built. We've got to give this man an in-person shout-out. This is Yibo. He has been instrumental. Here, scoot on over. There we go.
There we go.
There we go.
All right.
Hey, Yibo, if you want to give a shout out to our Chinese viewers, I'm sure your Chinese will be better than mine, but we really appreciate all of your hard work. The fans at home appreciate it. We've had like 15 subs. They love it. They want to see more of it. They want us to be back next year. Take a second, shout out anyone you need to. Hey, thank K Zesty for your sub as well.
Hey, thank you everyone who's supporting the RoboMaster in North America. We have been preparing for this for like 2 years or 3 years long, and finally we got this launch. Like, we got so many supporters and everyone is like, supporting us. We are just starting it, and please continue to follow our RoboMaster North America community, and we will catch up in the Chinese competitions.
Heck yeah! Thank you. That's our goal.
Thank you so much,
Lots of love to
Yibo.
Yibo. He really has been working tirelessly. Hey, thanks Fluttering Penguin for those bits. Swerve Gang shout out. Gang from the Swerve Gang. Oh, the crowd's going wild for Yibo, showing that man some love.
Yibo.
Honestly, he's worked just as hard, if not harder, than all of these teams. Virginia Tech alum. He went through the program in college, absolutely loved it, and wanted to bring it to North America, and has succeeded in that goal. Absolutely wonderful. We're 60% of the way done with that level 4 hype train. Guys, this is absolutely insane. Thank you all so much. The hype is building. The suspense is building. We only have a couple more minutes until we jump into the final rounds of our last match.
RoboMasters competition here with the third round of the best of 5 here. We have the teams slightly exiting the arena now as we are gearing up for the third match. Preston, we've been talking a lot here. Who do you have to cast your vote to, Virginia Tech or Washington University?
It's round number 3 of this match, so I'm going VT all the way. I'm a Hokie today. I'm a Hokie for round 4, and then for round 5, I just want to see it play out. But I want to get to that 5th round. I want to see the suspense build all of the way. That would be absolutely insane. Of course, Virginia Tech's going to have to pull a miracle out if UW is able to put forward a performance like they did in that 2nd round. It was dominant.
Chat, we are going to give you our best commentating experience right here, right now, for this 3rd round here. We cannot wait here. I mean, we can wait because we have to wait a minute, but you know what I mean, Chad. We're going to do our absolute best to commentate and give you guys the best experience possible. We have a countdown here.
Chad, if you want any more shout-outs for your Twitch Prime subs, like
Baruch,
Baruch Money, president of Texas A&M RoboMaster, is throwing his Twitch Prime sub in. Sub now for a shout-out during the match. We're going to be so deep into the action. Standard against standard, hero against hero. We won't have time, but for now, thank you guys so much for all of your subs. Thanks for all your support. We're 80% of the way done with this level 4 hype train with only 1 minute and 20 seconds left to get to level 5. I don't know what happens at level 5. Maybe Angel does a dance at level 5. Who knows?
Maybe
you
I'll
guys
do a
seem
dance,
to like that.
yeah. I'll even do a new dance. I won't even do the floss. I'll think of something new. So if you get to level 5 on that hype train,
oh gosh, that's what they want. That's what they want, Angel. Show us a dance, Jared. Switch on back, buddy.
All right.
All right, here it comes, hype train. We hit level 6 with some tier 1 subs from our boy Friendly Fire and a gifted sub. Oh my gosh. That's insane. Zemo Ding with 5,000 bits. My man.
5,000? What the? Oh my goodness.
My man. Continuing
to
support RMUL. Oh my gosh. Zemo has also, like Ebo, been one of those founding members in these conversations in this foundation of RMUL for North America. Absolutely insane. Guys, we're 168% of the way done. I think we finished the hype train. It says keep going till our clock are 1,500 bits coming from Transwave Dragon, and we're in the match. The match has started. We got Virginia Tech versus UW for the final match.
Let's go. Bring out the hype, everyone. Virginia Tech comes here into the center of the match here. Let's bring on the hype. It looks like there was some little connection error with that standard 3, but is able to be brought back online for the side of the University of Washington.
Whoa, the standard 3 from Virginia Tech is down. I'm not sure if that was actually battle damage. That was very fast. They may have overheated. We'll have to see. Hopefully that issue is not something that persists through the match. But the University of Washington being very careful here as they're playing it out. They know that this is their game to lose. If they can just secure this win, they will be crowned champion here in the final round.
It looks like this 1v1 matchup between the heroes is going underway here as they are trading blow for blow, shooting it back and forth here. Another robot falls offline, and looks like it's just the heroes fighting off each other right now.
Oh, a great shot from the hero driver, the hero pilot from Virginia Tech. Standard from Virginia Tech falls offline again. I'm wondering if they're having a module fault. This hero from VT is going to have to clutch it up, and he's working on it.
He's
one
shot.
He's taking the shots.
He's one shot, everyone. He is cracked down. If it takes one more shot from VT to take it offline. And I believe that does.
View. Look at that. Oh, my gosh. Trading golf balls back and forth. Both of these pilots. The VT hero does it. The VT hero clutches up, gets the double kill, and moves on to the sentry.
He's looking. It looks like he's going to do the strat, Preston. He's going to go behind the base. He's going to go behind the base.
He's doing the chat strat.
He's just going to hammer down on that base. He's going to take down that protected spot.
My voice is gone, but my hype is not, Angel. This is insane. That hero is just chunking. He's almost through the health. He's in the health. He's in the health.
He brought down the shield.
Virginia Tech is in the lead. They're taking the base. They don't have a standard. They're going for the kill.
Oh my gosh. He's 100 to 0ing this base right now, everyone. The hero on the side of University of Washington is powerless to defend against this.
With 3 minutes left. If the University of Washington wants to catch up, they have to chew through the entire sentry and the entire base to even have a chance at winning the match right now.
Right now, this round has really been a hero versus hero matchup as both team standards are a little bit out of the match right now for some reason of the technical difficulty.
Chad, so show some love for the driver of that Hokie. That hero clutched their entire final match dreams right there.
Dude, whoever is that hero driver is for
that
VT.
Victor? Is that our boy Victor? Victor!
Shout out to Victor!
Let's go!
Woo!
Absolutely insane.
Victor clutching it out for the Virginia Tech team here as he refills on ammo, and he is going for the kill
UW
here.
fans in the chat motivating their team. They've got 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. It seems like their standard might also be offline. It's a freaking hero fight in this final round. Golf balls flying across each team.
Ooh, look at that. It looks like the University of Washington's hero is offline. Or no, it's still online right now. It's trying its best to defend the base, but the University of Virginia Tech is still right behind the base.
VT
and
is
looking
lining
for
up
the
the
kill.
final shots. They've incurred a yellow card. They only need one more golf ball.
It's with 270 health left.
Come
Can this
on,
University
Victor!
of Washington hero take it down here? With this
Let's
time
go.
left, he's
Fluttering
aiming his
Penguin
shots here. He's
dumping
waiting
some
for
more
his barrel
bits for ya.
heat. He's trying his best to take out this hero that is stuck behind the base here.
Phoenix Pilot noticing that the UW standard keeps auto-dying. Yes, if one of your referee modules has been damaged in battle, you will be killed by the ref system every time you come back online.
It looks like this is a 1v1 hero matchup for now, Chad, as they are desperately trying to fight each other, as Virginia Tech is looking to try to take out the space. Something is wrong here. It is just circling the base, trying to survive here.
Chat, somebody better clip that section. I need it on that Instagram
Universal
page.
Washington is trying its best. It missed its first two shots here, but it's
Let's
trying to line up a
go.
third here to try to take out this hero. It takes a little bit of damage here from that ricochet with 100 HP left.
UW's
This
hero
UW's
trying
hero
to
is
keep
trying.
that VT hero off the base, doing a great job making him drive in circles or die. Virginia Tech having a second, taking a shot at the base. They need one more golf ball.
Oh, he's trying so hard right now. He's just got to aim a little bit lower to hit that armor plate. It doesn't matter if you hit that robot. You need to hit that armor plate. But the standard is actually helping out a bit here. Even though it can't shoot, it is body blocking the hero back into that base here so that the hero for UW
Great
can take
strategy
it out.
from UW.
Even if that standard can't shoot, it is still playing its heart out right now, Preston.
Absolutely incredible. Chat, you just got your special emotes for all of your subs and bits. Show some love for your team. Use those emotes. Put your team's name. Show us what you've got. Let's go.
Let's go.
Hokies
let's
versus
go.
Huskies. And we will be going to a fourth round because this match will be going to the Hokies.
To the Hokies indeed.
Let's go.
Let's go. The Hokies have taken the third match.
Oh my gosh.
It is now a 2-1 series right now with Virginia Tech taking the most recent match. Goodness
Oh,
gracious,
Angel.
Preston. Wow.
That was absolutely insane. Hey, Mio versus Kool-Aid. William, I know who you are. Thanks for that tier 1 sub and the first gift sub and a gift sub to Les Bro Twitch. Thank you so much. Mio versus Kool-Aid with another. Oh my gosh.
What,
William
30?
with all the gift subs from Mio versus Kool-Aid. We appreciate it. The Hokies have an epic comeback match. I'm gonna bring it down. My voice is gone.
Wow,
We
that
might
is-
have 2 more matches. Who knows? 2 more rounds. Absolutely incredible. Mio
Yo.
versus Kool-Aid with another and another and another sub. Oh my gosh, William, you're funding every team in North America
oh my
at this
goodness
point.
gracious. And you know, whoever is Ants O in the channel point predictions and whoever believed in Virginia Tech has just won 38,000
Oh
channel
my
bits.
word, use those channel bits. Bet them in the next round. I bet you got paid, boy. Oh my word.
Very
Wow,
nice.
wow, wow.
very
All right,
nice.
Angel. Let's look at these stats. Absolutely incredible. Total damage going to VT. Century health remaining for both teams in the 500s. Virginia Tech finding that desperation strat, the chat strat, as it were. The chat strat coming in clutch and taking the dub for Virginia Tech, sending us to a round 4 of the final match. Chat, get your predictions in. We've started a new prediction. You've got tens of thousands of bits. You've been watching with us all weekend. Who do you think will take the next match, the next round? It's 2-1. Can VT pull off the reverse sweep? Can both of these teams fix their standards? That was a standardless match. It was hero versus hero and went strongly in the direction of Virginia Tech.
Indeed it was, Preston. Hokies versus Huskies. Who will be able to take it back? Reminder that Virginia Tech needs to finish this reverse sweep if they want to win this finals. It is
Dave
going to be a daunting
Korski
task.
giving his energy to the University of Washington. Legendary standard 3. Come on back.
Send
Matt
your
Ocado
energy
wants
both
to
of
know
these
if they're going to
teams,
make a
chat.
comeback. Welcome to the stream, Matt.
All right, everyone. Both teams are going back into the pit here and setting up their engineers, or they're sending their engineers to work on these robots here for these last-minute modifications. Probably to see if the ref system is back online for those standards, and hopefully we'll be able to see all of those robots back in action. Everyone, we want to Thank you so much for your kind patronage here today. We love you so much, chat.
Oh
we
my
love you guys
gosh.
at Billy Billy too, man.
Guys, in a total flip of the script, your predictions in chat have gone from 30,000 bits in the way of
Oh my
UW to
goodness.
16K in the way of VT and only 1,000 to UW. We'll have to see if Virginia Tech can treasure the hopes and dreams of the people and can take it to a Game 5 in our epic, suspenseful final match of the RMUL.
We love to see an underdog story here, Preston, and we really want to see Virginia Tech come back to make this a tied 2-on-2 win score. This is a best-of-5 matchup right now, folks, so this could be the last round if University of Washington does take this win here.
Absolutely incredible. We got some people in chat that won some of the jerseys. Hey, if you go to their school, I'm sure they'll give you one. Just join the team, my dude.
Indeed, join the team, RoboMasters. All these universities are probably still recruiting because we have lots of the members back home, you know. Not all the team members from these universities are able to come here to this RMUL competition and fly out. So I bet there are tons of unsung heroes here that have made these robots a possibility to be able to compete today.
Wow, 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 guys. Thank you so much for joining us for this absolutely hype match of RoboMasters. And thank you so much to all of our staff, and especially to these two teams duking it out, giving it their all, pulling out the chat strats, pulling out the CU strats, using the information they've gathered over the weekend to do some incredible things.
Honestly, I love the strategies that have come out from this competition. And, you know, after we have seen, like, all of the cool robots and they, both the teams have learned their capabilities, they're able to build, like, these super cool, like, non-meta strategies that you would, like, think, hypothetically, are really good but never be able to actually test out until now.
All right, chat. I'm going to go off script here a little bit. I'm going to try and sell a naming right. Whoever donates the most bits with the name can name the chat strat. It came from y'all. This base rush, sentry, ignore, just take the hero and nail it. What should the name be for the chat strat? Ping it in there with your bits. Let us know what it should be. Who cares the most to buy the name of the chat strat?
And we will publish that at probably like at the end of the stream or maybe on the website or something like that. But we will always refer to it in future competitions when you guys give us that official name of the chat strat.
The CU strat, for those of you in the chat, CU strat is slightly different than this chat strat. So the CU, this is a great point to talk about, Angel. We saw both in action. So the CU strat was to go behind the base, but instead of aiming at the base, aim at the sentry. The CU strat comes from the CU versus Texas A&M match, where CU hid behind the sentry of Texas A&M and hit that backwards facing armor panel, being able to help them do damage to A&M sentry without taking that firepower from the sentry. The chat strat that's up for the naming here is to ignore the sentry completely and chew through the shield that the sentry applies to the base. These are two different strategies that we've seen both in this final match, but the very effective VT comeback was brought about with that chat strat, which was brought up in chat just minutes ago at the beginning of this round. Someone said, hey, here's an idea. Just take your hero and go for the base. Who cares about sentries?
Indeed, indeed. That is very true, Preston. You know, it's such a unique strategy because they're actually able to hide behind that base. And even if some of the sentries are able to do a 360 spin and look behind it, the base can be actually tall enough to allow it to miss that line of sight and not have line of sight. Because these, you know, a sentry in most situations is not going to shoot its own
Nitrogen,
base, right, Preston?
the name for shooting the sentry from your heal zone is impressive. That's the name.
Yeah.
Oh my word! What a shot! What a yeet! What a yeet! William wants to use all of his gift subs that he so generously gave to try and name it Yeetus Deletus. So definitely in the lead right now.
And the chat scores are coming back here for these channel predictions. I believe the person who won all these like VT points is putting them back into the competition here. But we have 17,000 versus 5,000 channel points here. And we are super excited.
All right, get your team's hyped, chat. Who do we need to yell at with the microphone? Obviously our man Victor, the man, the myth, the legend, the single man squad, the full 1v9 team, the faker of robotics, Victor!
Victor of the Hokies, the true MVP of last round, who carried his entire RoboGrinders team on his back.
The Yeetus Deletus himself. There we go. Awesome, chat. And of course, we were getting super hyped because everyone loves a comeback story. Everyone loves that underdog. But the University of Washington, with those early dominant performances, now that they know about the Yeetus Deletus, maybe they will simply be able to shut that down and take that win.
With our screen loading up, here we go.
3, 2, 1. Game start. All right, a
Let's get
cautious
it
leaving.
indeed. VT comes out here with their standard right at the healing belt, trying to secure that as early as possible. UW out here using that projectile base as much as they can here, trading shots on both sentries here, or standards, I'm sorry. Both of them
Very
seem to be
similar
online.
strategies to the beginning of our last match where the standards are trading. We're going to have to see who
Ooh, that
comes out on
standard's
top. Is it
taking
going to be
a lot
VT
of
or is it going to
HP
be the
though.
University of Washington?
That University of Washington standard better be careful here as it's taking lots of damage and needs to retreat and heal back up here. Virginia Tech has briefly won that initial engagement as it goes back to refill. But we might see here that strategy where the hero might and the standard might try to shoot each other from the repair zone here, as we have
Speed,
seen.
if you don't want it to be called Yeetus Deletus, you need to take that #1 gift spot away from our boy William. We've got some crazy firing happening.
Oh, wow. With 14 HP left.
University of Washington dealing a lot of damage to Virginia Tech. The Virginia Tech robots dealing damage back. This is a trade of kills.
The standard, or sorry, the hero is down on the side of University of Washington, both heroes, and now the standard is down on the side of Virginia Tech here. Both robots are up here on the side of VW.
University of Washington
trying to take down
pushing.
turret now.
The standard is down from the sentry. The sentry got the kill from Virginia Tech and turns the tide of this middle skirmish.
A little bit of damage has been put out here as the robots are coming back to the side of UW's territory here as he's chasing him down, but he's going to get killed in the process.
Destructor's dad is saying to use the Yeetus Deletus to send Victor to the base. Who cares about the robots? Who cares about the sentry? Just go and smack that base.
The base is how you win, folks. And if that's how you're going to do it, just go for it at this point.
One might say that Victor is all about that base, Angel.
Indeed, one might
Got him
say
with
that.
the puns.
There's
All
so
right,
much
back to
contention
the
here
action.
in the center of the map. Oh my goodness gracious. 3 robots just microing back and forth around each other, trying to look for the best angle here.
They've got to be careful with these yellow cards. This is such an intense match, but if they get 4 yellow cards, their robot will be shut down.
The overheat coming on UW here.
Standard 3 from VT getting low.
He's at 1 HP, Preston. He's at 1 HP, but so
How is he
UW's
moving?
robot.
How is he moving?
It's finally taken offline as UW's standard escapes with a sliver of HP.
Oh my goodness. Angel, do you see what I see? There's Victor
There
in the
he
back of the
is.
base
Going
with the
for the
Yeetus
strat here.
Deletus. We're in the cockpit
Oh,
with him. We're
but he's
watching it happen,
taken
but he's
out.
taken out.
I don't think he went back for ammo, though. He's just taken out right at the center of that base there.
Well, now UW has a choice. If they leave their base, they will leave this option open for Victor to take shots at this plate. If they stay here, however, what are they going to do? They do not have a significant lead towards the win right now. They need to move towards those win conditions. This is that base race conundrum we see so often in league sports.
With the standard 3 of Virginia Tech just falling in the middle of the match, it doesn't look like they have too many options here, as both robots only have, it looks like only both of the heroes are alive here right now in the space. It is so ironic
It's
that we
another
have this
hero
again.
battle. But Angel, as you're saying, oh no, there are definitely rounds still in that Virginia Tech hero. You can see them in the tube. Hopefully there's enough. It is bottom fed. It will need to fill that entire tube to be able to fire.
Oh my goodness, wow. It looks like he's lining up the shots here as he's aiming his laser pointer on that base projectile.
He would like to leave, I think. And University of Washington will oblige. They've let him out. Very kind, very sportsmanlike. And he will now have a chance to come over here and resolve any issues that might have, whether it be low health or ammunition, both taken care of here at the base.
Oh, this University of Washington hero is trying his best to shoot here at this standard.
Whoa!
But he
The
gets
University of
taken
Washington
offline.
lands a hero shot onto that level 3 sentry from VT, taking it down to half health. Both of those robots probably incurring yellow cards there during that brief interaction. Remember, 4 yellow cards will get one of those robots ejected.
Lots of yellow cards being traded here as we might actually see an ejection if it reaches a total of 4 here. But that hero is relentlessly chasing down VT's hero here as he comes back again
Victor's
to
back
look for
at
the
the
base.
base.
Victor's back in the base here, and he is looking to clean up this match here with 45 seconds left. He actually has 1 HP,
Oh
Preston.
my goodness.
1 HP.
I have no idea who this game will go to. I can't see the sentry health close enough. I think Virginia Tech's sentry is actually slightly lower, but don't quote me on that, chat.
It looks like this hero is trying his best. They have 25 HP to 1 HP.
With
Any
only
shot
26
will
seconds
kill it.
left, I doubt that they'll be able to chew all the way through that shield fast enough. If I was them, I'd take the shots at the sentry and just try for that earlier and easier win condition.
He's trying so hard. I don't think his oh, wow. There we go. UW takes out that hero there.
7
trying
seconds.
to kill it.
This is a
Wow.
nail biter. Both games so close. The HP of the base is going to be tied here at the end of the game. It will go to Sentry Health. And the final match goes to the red team. That is the University of Washington. They will be the 2021 RMUL champions.
The RMUL NA champions has been crowned to the University of
Wow.
Washington.
Great job.
ARUW.
Oh my goodness. Absolute of a banger of a game. Let's get these stats on over and take a look at the damage. Oh,
my
heartbreaking. This was such a close round between both teams. Absolutely excellent. I got a peek at the stats, and it looks like that Sentry Health was so close between the two teams. Great job from the University of Washington. They were able to shut down that hero rush stat, the chat strat. They were able to adapt from that round. They were able to get those early victories that led them to this final victory. They have only lost 2 rounds throughout the entire day of matches. That's those individual smaller time chunks. Wow, if you're from UW, so proud. If you're from VT, so proud. We're actually going to be pulling in a member from VT, and I assume you all want it to be Victor.
Yes, hopefully we can get Victor from VT here at the commentator's desk shortly so we can have an interview with him. That would be very awesome.
Great job, University of Washington. We'll try to get a quick interview with them as well. Y'all in the chat, thank you so much. Thanks for all the subs and the bits. We really appreciate the support. Stick around here to hear from both of these final teams about their journey in the first ever 2021 championship.
Thank you guys so much for coming out here. I think we have a little bit here. Please stay tuned for when we have this brief interview coming out here soon. That was such an amazing match, Preston. I think at the end there, you could see through that first-person view, Victor was ramming his hero into the base because I think there was some problem with it shooting, and it wanted so desperately to shoot and knock off that protection or get some damage into that sentry. It was so unfortunate, but he got to showcase his strategy in the previous match. What a strong game that was from both sides. Absolutely amazing.
Hey, Ross from Virginia Tech. Ross, can you
Ross?
send us Victor?
Hey, Ross.
Send him on over, Red Rover.
Send us Victor.
Hey. All right, Angel.
Woo. All right. Victor,
Are you
come on
Victor?
over here.
Come have a seat, bud. All right, chat. You know the drill. Send us your questions. This is the man, the myth, the legend, the Yeetus Deletus himself, Victor, the pilot of the hero for Virginia Tech, took that match back, gave us that Cinderella story finish to this epic match. Victor, speaking really closely into the microphone, chat was behind you so much. You can see at the top of the screen the donations, the bits, everything. They're throwing their financial support into RMUL on the back of your moves. Tell us about this strat. Tell us about your last game here against the University of Washington.
Oh my God. Well, first of all, thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Yeah, so basically our strategy was, try and get first blood, try and, get to level up as fast as we could, then just try and get into their base, hit it as best as we could. We knew, once we saw that their standard wasn't working, we thought we could, take them down. Unfortunately, it looked like all of our robots malfunctioned and our hero couldn't get a shot off.
Yeah, in the chat they're saying, obviously pilots like Victor have done a great job. Victor, what's your other role on the team?
I'm on mechanical branch of hero.
Awesome. Yeah, all of these pilots from all of these schools also on the teams for our robots, whether they're software or hardware. And there's dozens and dozens of individuals that are back at their schools that have worked tirelessly all year. So many people so proud of you in chat, as you can see over here, Victor, that are just so pleased at the performance that y'all have had. Victor, how do you feel? What do you want to say to your fans and obviously, of course, to your team back home in Virginia about how this competition has gone?
Well, first of all, I want to give a big shout out to my dad who's typing in chat, trying to remain a little anonymous from my Xbox gamer tag. But thank you to my dad, to my grandparents who are watching this. to all my friends back at home who aren't able to be here at competition. And, as much as we would have loved to win, I can't say that I'm not proud of my team. I think I have the greatest team I could ask for. We were pulling multiple nights of all-nighters. Last night we were up at, I think 12:30, running continuously, trying to get things to work. I cannot ask for a better team. I cannot ask for a better team lead. Ross, you're amazing. We all love you. And I'm excited to compete again. You'll definitely, not the last time you're seeing me.
Oh, I'm sure of it. Victor, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you so much to your entire Virginia Tech team. You guys have done a great job. And chat, if you don't know, if you haven't been here earlier and you haven't heard, Virginia Tech is really that other half that has helped us pull off this hosting event. So many of their alumni represent the staff, the volunteers, the brains behind hosting this. A&M and VT have really teamed up to make this event possible. Yibo, I believe, is one of your own alumni, an ex or a former member of the VT RoboMasters team. Victor, again, great job here. I'll let you hold it just for a second. Hopefully it's not too tragic. There's the little RMUL trophy. Excellent job.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Have a great one, Victor.
Thank you. You too.
All right, stay tuned, chat. We're about to grab one of our champions from the University of Washington here in the commentator's booth.
If the University of Washington would like to send up one person, we would really appreciate it to have a quick interview with you guys.
Hey, have a seat, bud. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. Have a seat. Give us your name. Tell us a little bit about your role on the team. And, of course, congratulations for becoming one of the first members of the first RMUL victors.
Yeah, thank you, Preston. My name's Sig Johnson. I'm the captain of this team.
Look at the chat. Your name's Big Sig.
Yeah. That started as a joke last year. My team started cutting stuff into wood using our laser cutter. Big Sig, stuff like that.
Awesome. Sig, really a dominant performance throughout the competition. Obviously had some heartbreaking issues with your main robot here. We've been talking all weekend about how your standard really holds your team on your back this year. And this final match, we got to see that doesn't have to be the case. Honestly, a great showing in this last weekend match with the finals, even without your standard functioning. Tell us a little bit about your feelings from the final match. Obviously, you're happy. Any regrets, any disappointments, any just ecstatic feelings of joy that you'd like to share?
Yeah, honestly, it was a little disappointing not to see our standard be able to compete like we had originally envisioned. But, we pulled through, and we're just really glad to be able to be here. We competed against some really great teams. And I'd like to once again emphasize, thank you to the venue, thank you to Texas A&M. We're really glad to be here and had fun competing.
Heck yeah. Thank you so much, Sig. Sig, what's your role on the team itself?
I'm the team captain.
Oh, awesome. Great team. We've loved having you guys here and really have enjoyed your support. How long have you all been competing in the RoboMasters community?
Yeah, so my team's actually been around here for 6 years, so we've been around before I started. I think we're the oldest team by 1 year, but we've had some stumbles along the way.
Well, Sig, I bet you're pleased, as all of these teams are, to have so many local and valid competitors. As one of those older teams, we're all indebted to y'all for the path that you had to trot. I'm sure those first early years were tough, but we've persevered, and now we have our first ever NA championship. A big, giant shout out to DJI. Thank you so much for hosting this. All of the support that we've received from China, so many late night hours on their time zone that they've, been able to contact us and give support to our teams. And shout out to the University of Washington for all of the wonderful work that they've done, and especially for being the first ever RMUL champions. Anything you want to say, take a minute, Sig. Thank the people at home. I'm sure only like a fifth, if not less, of your team were able to make it. Anyone specifically you want to shout out back home in Washington?
Yeah, no one specific, but we've got a lot of teammates who are not able to make it, and we're really grateful for the contributions that they've made throughout the year. There's a lot of code on those robots, lots of designs that are working, even though the people who made them weren't here.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Chat, any final questions for Sig before we let him get back to celebrate with his team? Oh, Sig, here. Hold this little trophy. I know they're going to give it to you later, but it sure is nice. I know you've been watching the big one for so many years now in China, and it's so cool that this smaller RMUL championship has such a nice award for that final team.
Yeah, thank you, Preston.
Thank you. Have a great day, Sid. I'm sure you've already had a great day.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations, my guy.
Congratulates to Congratulations to every team that has participated here. It has been a joy having everyone here and seeing all of your robots being able to participate this weekend.
Well, chat, in addition to crowning a champion, we have one more thing to announce, and that is that Mio versus Kool-Aid is our #1 donator for the stream. So the official name of the chat strat will be the Yeetus Deletus.
There you have it.
Wonderful. William, Zemo, shout out to you guys. Thanks so much for hopping in the chat. It's been a pleasure to see you guys and chat with you a little bit. And thank you so much to all of you at home who have been joining in all weekend long, putting up with a few technical issues. Shout out to all of our volunteers who are already starting to tear down the field. Just absolutely incredible.
We're so happy to have had you guys here, and we're so happy to commentate all of these wonderful and excellent matches. It takes so much amount of dedication here to come out here. But I have just been informed that we are going to show our champion page next, and then, we're going to play some advertisements, and then soon enough, about in an hour, I believe, at 2 p.m., we will have our closing ceremonies where we will crown the champions and things like that, and have closing ceremonies.
Stay tuned, guys. Don't go anywhere. Make sure your notifications are on just in case you do need to go somewhere so that you do not miss this first ever crowning champion ceremony for RMUL.
Thank you all so much, and thanks and gig 'em.